and welcome to the 2021 Summerween Reading Challenge. Alright, so I'm really excited to be participating in Summerween this year. If you don't know what it is, it's basically an opportunity to read horror thrillers and spooky themed books outside of October, and it was originally put together by Gabby Reads and Olivia Reads a Latte. So those are our hosts, and they're continuing to host it. I think this is like year 2 or 3 or something like that. So I'm really excited to finally be participating in something this cool. As you may know, I participated in Winterween earlier this year, so I'm here for it. So hopefully we're gonna have a good time. I'm trying something different and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to do a spooky inspired everyday casual makeup look. I thought it would be fun to do a really simple casual Wednesday Adam inspired look. I'm currently on a budget, so we're not going to do anything fancy. I also don't have a lot of stuff to make this work, and I want it to be something that I can wear all day instead of just being an after work look. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now that we have the hair part down on the look, which is basically just a super simple middle part, 2 braids with some product to hopefully keep everything in place. But yeah, now that this is out of the way, let's switch over to the makeup look. Okay, so for the makeup portion of this, we're gonna keep it fairly simple, nothing too crazy. Okay, starting with a little bit of concealer, and then I figured for the eye it would maybe work to do something a little bit more on the smoky side, but not using black. Who knows? I have no clue what I'm doing. One of the big things that I wanted to do with this was to make sure that I had color underneath my eyes. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Then I hope to do some bold lips to finish off the look. Okay, and that's that. I don't have any black lipstick, so I just went with the darkest red that I do have. Okay, so I'm here at the vet to get Oscar seen for his possible UTI. It could be something else, like it could be stress, it could be territorial, it could be UTI. So we're trying to just make sure it's not a UTI situation, and if it is, make sure that he gets medicine. They just took him in, and it's so sad because I looked back and he was like looking at me through the carrier and was like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, let's just play the wait game. And then about 2 minutes away, there's a lunch spot that my dad told me I should go. He was like, it'll be worth it if you stop by Dad's Luncheonette. It's a little takeout spot that's supposed to be close by. We're here at the Luncheonette place. Okay, so we just got back from the vet. All is good for the most part. We have to wait for certain results. Others look good. Okay, it is finally time for us to do our first prompt. I'm going to start reading My Sister the Serial Killer, and we're going to be doing this in the dark. Let's get to it. So on a serious note, I'm going to start listening to the audiobook. I'm probably just going to lay in bed, listen to an audiobook in the dark. So I will probably give you an update tomorrow. Good morning. So today is day 2 of Summerween. It is Saturday, July 3rd, and it's going to be a lazy, comfy day where I just kind of relax and work on things and listen to audiobooks, and we're gonna have a time. Actually, that might be true for the rest of the vlog, but I do have a couple of spooky related things that I'm hoping to do that should hopefully make the rest of the vlog interesting in between the boring stuff. That being said, here is my update on My Sister the Serial Killer, which I started last night. I didn't get super far into it. I think I'm like a page or two past this. But in general, I'm not loving it so far. I really dislike the misogyny in the culture. I'm not a fan of the circumstances that the main character is going through or the random struggles that she's going through, and I'm like really annoyed or irritated by her sister. And I believe those are all things that we're supposed to be feeling, so I do feel like the book is doing a good job at what it's wanting to make you feel. But so far, I'm just like, ugh. Okay, so I ended up getting further into My Sister the Serial Killer, and I'm almost done. Basically, as soon as I started again, some things happened. I started getting really into it, and now I'm pretty invested. So that's pretty good. I think it was around here when I was all like, eh. And then probably somewhere around here things turned and I was all like, eh. And now I want to know what's going to happen. So yeah, I'm liking it a lot so far, which is interesting because in the beginning I was very, very much not for this. So let's see what I feel at the end. We're getting close. Okay, so I finished My Sister the Serial Killer and it was good. I didn't love it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it, unfortunately. I didn't really like the ending. I mean, I think the ending was fine, but I don't know. It just didn't fully do it for me. So I guess a 3-star. Pretty good. Okay, now that I have completed book number 1, it's time to go to the second prompt, which is read a book with a paranormal theme. For this one, I ended up picking City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. This was a gift from Allison, along with a couple of other books, and it's the last one that I haven't read so far. And I love Victoria Schwab, but I admittedly know very little about this book, so I'm excited to dive in and see what's up. Okay, so it is currently 9 p.m. Tonight is supposed to be movie night. I was gonna try to watch The Conjuring 2, but I'm tired and I don't know if I'll be able to stay up through the whole movie. I was originally supposed to try to switch to it closer to 8 o'clock, but my mom kept calling me, so didn't happen. I did work on some witchy drawings, which I'm not sure how I feel about them. They're not done. Anyway, I should give you a book update. So I started City of Ghosts and I actually am enjoying it so far. It's basically pretty much winding up. Not much has happened. We've just kind of got the intro. We've got a character who can see ghosts, kind of. She has kind of a ghost companion and she has a connection, sort of, to the ghost realm, but not entirely. I don't entirely know how that works. And through some stroke of fate, she ends up in the City of Ghosts, which is supposed to be like the most haunted place in the world or something like that. And I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of ghost encounters. It's right up my alley. I feel like I'm more forgiving when it comes to the realm of ghosts just because I find them super fascinating and I like the idea of them. But then that's also super not true in certain situations, right? Because I've read some like ghost stories that I was all like, eh. Good morning. I ended up finishing City of Ghosts this morning and I really enjoyed it. I liked it more than I thought I would. Actually, no, I guess I didn't have any real expectations for this, so I'm just happy with how much I liked it. I liked it so much that despite it being for a younger audience, part of me is all like, yeah, I think this is a 5 stars. Like, I loved it. I had no problem with this. Like, I want to read more in the series if there's more in the series. It ended in a very satisfying way. You don't need to read more, but there is that possibility, that openness that makes me want more. Yeah, I love the premise. I love the characters. I thought it was cute. It was sweet and ghosty and, you know, it was fun. It was a fun book. Nothing phenomenal like it is for a younger audience, and it feels like it's for a younger audience, but it was fun and I liked it. Okay, now that we have finished the second prompt, it is time to check out prompt number 3, which is read a horror. So for prompt number 3, I ended up picking Kill Creek by Scott Thomas, and I'm super excited about this. I'm so excited about this. I've had this on my shelf for a while. So it's supposed to be a haunted house, scary horror book, as far as I can tell, about a group of supernatural investigators who are going to this really famous haunted house for a, you know, some sort of publicity stunt or something like that, and it ends up being more than they can handle, right? It was supposed to be a simple publicity stunt. 4 famous horror authors spending the night in one of the world's most notorious haunted houses. Okay, all right, I'm so excited. Yeah, okay, I didn't realize it was supposed to be authors that are in there, but I'm excited, so excited. But this also means that I might end up hating this because I'm so hyped about this book. Like, I feel like it's supposed to be a 5 stars, and since my expectations are fairly high, but yeah. We're gonna read this today, or at least start this today, and I'm so stoked. I really hope I like it. Good morning and welcome to the next day of Summerween. We're going to put together our spooky themed drink, basically. It technically isn't themed to anything that I'm reading, but it does have that kind of spooky vibe, so hopefully you're down. And it's very simple. It's such a cheat. I'm so cheating. So I guess let's get into it. Okay, for this I basically have some matcha green tea, some almond milk, and some ice, and a spooky themed jar. So let's add the ice to the jar, pour in some of this, and add in the matcha, which is currently hot and a little overflowing. So hopefully we don't make a mess. All right, and there you have it, spooky drink, all thanks to this spooky jar. Mmm, tasty. To go along with my spooky drink, I'm going to read Kill Creek. I actually haven't gotten around to starting this. Originally, I was hoping to start it yesterday. Did I film yesterday? I'm a little off schedule. So I'm glad that I was originally trying to wrap this up early, because that ain't happening. Although I guess it might still happen. But I still have 2 books left and 4 more days, I think. So I would like to start this tonight, and yeah, I'll give you a progress update when I do actually start the book. Okay, so I started listening to Kill Creek, and as I originally suspected, I am loving this so far. I haven't gotten too far into it yet, like we haven't even gotten to the actual house yet. It's all like this setup, but like I like the writing. I don't know, I'm just really into it. More than I thought, but just, I mean, like not more than I thought, because I am doing I guess because I have the 5-star prediction, part of me is all like, oh, I'm thinking it's gonna I put it too high, so maybe I unintentionally lowered my expectations because I was afraid that I brought it up too high. I don't know, but Anyway, I'm enjoying it more than my lowered expectations thought that I would. And considering the fact that we haven't even gotten to like the spooky part of the house section of it, I will say there was a scene that involved something that I absolutely hate, and I literally like took my headphones off because I was just all like, no! But yeah, it's so funny when you have like specific things that just get underneath your skin. Good morning! So today is Tuesday, July 6th. I ended up reading a little bit of Kill Creek last night and I was so into it, but surprisingly I didn't get very far because it actually sparked inspiration in me and got me working on story development for a possible comic or book that I want to do in the future. So yeah, I didn't get very far. But I am really excited. It may or may not go anywhere. I've come up with a couple of ideas over the years that I've been really into, but have been missing key parts, so they kind of don't end up going anywhere. Because I really do want to do like a graphic novel or a short story collection or just an actual novel. I want to do something like that at some point in the future. That being said, it is back to work. The long weekend is over, so I have a little bit of time before work to try and finish things up. I ended up going over finances. I'm trying to just get into the habit of updating my budget on a regular basis. I was hoping, but I don't actually think I'm going to get around to doing this. I was hoping to start listening to the book and work a little bit more on my July Patreon art or reward art. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Not feeling the best about everything because I just feel like I have 1,000,005 things on my to-do list that I need to do. I have video editing that I need to do, I have Patreon reward art that I need to do, and then also finishing up this vlog. Good morning. So today is Thursday, July 8th, and I am 88% through Kill Creek, and I am pretty gripped. I'm pretty into it. I am interested in seeing how it turns out, what all of the things are. Like I'm into it. It's doing something I wasn't necessarily expecting, and I'm into it. I keep saying that. Okay, so I finished Kill Creek. I really liked it. It wasn't what I expected, but it was still very satisfying, and in some ways it was what I expected, so I don't know, but it took an interesting approach. I really enjoyed it. High 4 stars. Okay, time for the final prompt, which is a book with Halloween themed colors, so orange and black on the cover. I ended up picking In the House in the Dark of the Woods by Laird Hunt. It says that it's supposed to have a horror movie experience, so we'll kind of see how that goes. I'm pretty excited. All right, so I ended up listening to this on my way to drop off shop orders at the post box, and I don't know what I was expecting. I don't think I'm far enough into it to really say anything. It's definitely got a fairy tale vibe to it, so like Grimm's fairy tale. So it just feels like whatever dark aspects it has is going to be in more of a whimsical way instead of a horror way, which is a little disappointing based off of the like book review at the back, but it still has the potential to get really creepy and really scary. I'm not far enough into it yet, so we'll see how I feel when I get further along. Good morning. Today is Friday, July 9th. It is the last day of Summerween, and I have one book left on my TBR for this week in this challenge. I've already started this book, so I just have to finish it and then we're good to go. We'll edit this and add this up probably for next week. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed all of this. I think the next time you will see me is when I finish this, or when I get close to finishing it. Hello. Okay, so today has been quite the day. I did finish In the House in the Dark of the Woods while I was driving to pick Oscar up from his vet appointment. We ended up going for another one. It seems like for the most part, health-wise, everything is good. Physical is good. He's doing good. That being said, what did I think of In the House in the Dark of the Woods? It was okay. It didn't have spooky vibes. It wasn't scary. There were twists and turns. It felt like a fairy tale, which I think is cool, but it wasn't what I was expecting, which is sad because I like going in these pretty blind, so I shouldn't have really been expecting much, but like it seemed very metaphorical. It seemed very whimsical in its messaging, and I don't know, it just didn't have the spooky feels that I had wanted. I think it was still cool. I still enjoyed it for the most part, but definitely not a new favorite. So I'd have to say 3 stars. And with that, we can wrap up this week's reading vlog, the Summerween reading vlog. We were able to get through these 4 books. I'm actually surprised that it took so long for me to get through all 4 of these. I had some really good reads and some okay reads. So that is where we're at. We had two really good ones and 2 okay ones. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up, leave this emoji to let me know that you made it this far, and yeah, leave a comment down below and all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye!